Hello, ravishing victims. It's from Myron here. The most recent audiobook that I have listened to has been The Scream Museum by Paul Zindel, narrated by Jeff Woodman. By the way, for those of you who are like, Jeff Woodman, he sounds familiar. He was an FBI tech in Person of Interest in 2014, so if you guys want to check that out, yeah. That was a good TV show. Anyway, still, The Scream Museum is about this kid called PC Hawk. Anyway, yeah. That was the main character's name, PC Hawk, and his buddy Mackenzie. There are these two kids in school who are big fans of murder, so it's kind of like Sherlock Holmes, where PC Hawk is the fact-collecting portion and deducing part of Sherlock Holmes' brain, and Mackenzie is the analytical part of the brain and the vocabulary part of the brain that Sherlock Holmes has. And in this story, PC Hawk's father is the curator of the museum in New York City, and a murder has taken place there, and that murder happens to be the head director. This is basically your average crime story. So they're interviewing everybody there, and they take it down to 6 suspects. Mackenzie checks the airline files, and then it comes down to 2, which is pretty impressive for a couple kids. Really impressive. So they're investigating. They're trying to figure out what happened and all that. Their friend Tom has been accused of the murder because witnesses saw him with his hands around the director's neck. So obviously they're like, oh my god, he's the one who strangled him. But here's the kicker. Since they're friends of Tom, they know he would not have done that. So PC goes back and recreates the scene with Mackenzie, video records all of it, takes it over to Tom, and shows him the video, and realizes that Tom's actions start to change right when the orchestral music kicks in. He gets fidgety and all that, and he gets uncomfortable, really, really uncomfortable, antsy and all that, which is very much not like him. And then they're trying to figure out what would have had him do, like, the chokehold thing. So they start blurting out words, and it ends up being Spider-Woman. And he then launches himself at Mackenzie, puts his hands around her throat, but when the guards are trying to get him off, Mackenzie's like, wait, no, don't, he's not choking me. And she's speaking clearly, which means his hands, they were just around her throat, but they were not choking her. PC's theory of Tom being hypnotized is true. Now he just has to figure out who hypnotized him. So he's looking around in the office and all, and one of the people, I think it was Psychowski, he goes in the office. He's in a whirling chair. PC notices that the chair looks like it's too small for him, that he looks a little big in the chair. But also he notices that when a roach comes out, like, PC is afraid of roaches, so Mackenzie kills it, and Psychowski goes to the cabinet, opens it up, grabs a paper towel, closes it, and cleans up the mess. PC takes this into account and goes like, now, why would he know his way around the head director's office if he was not their head director, or if he was not here before? Turns out that a piece of Indian jewelry was shipped in, was being put in the vault under safekeeping of Psychowski and Garner. PC thinks about it, he's like, it must be a fake. It has to be. And whatever these crimes are, they have to involve that specific item. They start investigating that little fact. When the gala happens, PC tells Mackenzie that they're going to the gala, and he confronts Gardner, thinking that Gardner is the one who killed him for the position, and also because there was something to hide, because Gardner happened to have had a previous experience where he was a drunk driver, and he put kids at risk, and It got some of them injured, some of them almost fatally injured. So, and then he gets the fact that the head director was blackmailing him. So that added another thing to the list. And so he confronts him about it. And then Sarcastic comes over and goes like, what is all the commotion about here going on? And PC goes like, I think the necklace is a fake. But he watches the reactions of both the men. This Gardner's bursting out laughing, going like, what a ridiculous theory. But Sarkowski then is like he gets like just a twinge of he's ticked off. And once PC realizes that, he's like, oh crap, I accused the wrong guy. Excuse me. And so he takes off, goes to Mackenzie, goes like, he goes to Mackenzie, goes like, okay, Sarkowski is the actual murderer, you need to get the police, you need to get the fireman, you need to get anybody, bring them over here now. And he goes into the elevator and she's like, oh, where do you think you're going? And he's like, I have to confront a murderer. And I have to get some information from my dad's office. So he goes down to his dad's office and is followed by Sarkowski. Sarkowski comes around with a blanket on his lap as if there's a chill in the room. And PC goes on to accuse me, going like, I know that you brought a fake thing into the museum, and that you are not really who you say you are. And goes on and on about that. And just as he finishes what he says, the fax thing starts to come out and print out the face of the actual guy, of the imposter. And the imposter is horrified, but then at the same time, the blanket falls off and reveals a hammer laying right there. And so as he picks up the hammer and moves closer to PC Walker, he's like raising the hammer and all that. He gets up from the chair, so you know he's in the bus because a person who doesn't use a wheelchair does not need a wheelchair. So anyway, but just as he's about to bring the hammer down on PC, Mackenzie is like, stop right there, don't you dare hurt him. And they turn around and there's a police officer woman, and cuffs him and all that. Police run in, make sure PC's safe. Mackenzie goes and hugs PC, and he's like, see, I told you Tom was innocent. And then she just looks at PC and she's like, you're gonna be a problem, aren't you? That's how the story ends. So I really like this story. I like detective stories and all, as long as they're good. So like Sherlock, CSI, NCIS and all that. I love those. I really, really like it. So this one for me, the way that the story was told and all that, it gets a 9 out of 10 from me because, it was really good. It kind of made me want to see if there were any other PC Hawk stories and all that. So I'm going to be looking for those. I haven't discussed who's my favorite character. Right. So it's a tie between PC and Mackenzie, honestly, because I like PC's ability to determine facts and see them clearly and all that, but I also love Mackenzie's analytical skills and how she's able to kind of spur him into getting a few facts. So you can't have PC without Mackenzie, you can't have Mackenzie without PC. So those two tied are my favorite characters. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit the like button down below, and if you want to subscribe, go ahead and do so. So I hope you guys have a very good day, and I will see you guys at some other time. I'm going to try to get out more videos, but it's going to be a little bit more constrained in my time, so I apologize if there are any long periods of time where there are no videos, but I promise you I will try to get more videos out as soon as I'm able to. So anyway, have a good day or have a good night. Have a good evening, whatever time span you're living in right now. Anyway, just have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later. Bye.